What's going on, traders? Julian here from jlewistrading.com doing a review on Roku. This was clearly the trade of the day on the option side of things. Talked about this in chat earlier on this morning. We see this little bump right through here. It's actually a pretty nice spike that we saw pre-market. This was coming on the back of some news that Apple TV is now going to work with Roku, and you'll be able to enjoy all of the stuff that Apple TV has to offer through Roku now. And that put some upside pressure on Roku. This thing bumped pre-market and got pretty bullish into the actual cash market. So I was watching this. I found this very, very interesting. I wanted to see what price action was going to do with this information out of the gate. And price action started to print very, very well into the open. Now, on the back end of that, I also noticed that there was some unusual options being purchased. So there was some really, really big abnormal size coming into the market. And so I decided to get long this stock as soon as this pullback right through here was broken. Now I was looking for some confirmation over this 124.72 level, and I had my risk managed all the way down here at the bottom of both of these candles. And that was kind of the trade. It was a very, very simple thing. We had that print. It was a bit of an inside candle twice, and then we got this big confirmation bar over 124.11, and then price action really started to push. Now I think the calls that I was buying were weeklies. I believe there were maybe a strikeout, and I paid somewhere, it was about $2 or $3 I paid for these things. What happened with this was a little bit ridiculous. Price action rallied, held that, retested that 124.11 area, and then bumped from there and pulled back. And I ended up doing very, very well on these calls, and I let those go. And I fashioned that the target got hit, and it is what it is. Nice trade, not going to push it. I was also doing some stuff on Apple, and that worked out well. I'll get into that in a second. But I was in, and right through here, boom, and experienced a nice impulse move. Now, check this out. Price action wasn't done trading. This was one of those things where I was kicking myself because Roku actually, as you can see, where I got in at 124, closed up just about 8 points higher. So this thing actually really, really, really moved on the day, and this was a fantastic move in Roku. I'm not entirely sure what's going to go on with this tomorrow. You know, we're going to kind of do a reset, and we'll see what happens with the Roku tomorrow morning, and we'll see if we see some more of that unusual option action coming into play. But for today, as I put out in chat to our members, I alerted them that Roku was looking like it was going to bump because of that Apple TV app news. I also alerted them to the fact that there was a big options play, and so that was all posted in chat, and you can see that this thing ran, and I also posted what I was trading and how I was doing with that trade. Another one to quickly review was a carryover from yesterday, and this was Apple. So Apple was looking really, really good, got super punchy, set this high intraday yesterday, and then price action started to sell off. Now I noticed that again there was some unusual option activity, and I started to pick up some calls on this thing, and as price action was drifting lower, I started to get busy on the call side of things, and then lo and behold, this morning, boom, price action bumped up, and sold these things right around this general area. You can see that price action got a little bit choppy, rallied up rather, pulled back, held at 200, and then moved higher, and as it started to roll over, this trade was done. So Apple did well, Roku did well. A lot of options activity in Facebook also right now. Didn't trade it, but I did make a note that there was a ton of news that was coming through on the options side. And there's a chart, and this is the first time I'm actually looking at it, but based on us participating in Facebook, based on the information that we were being given today, this could have also been an absolutely awesome move. You can see this thing was up almost 6 points on the day, or 3%. If you were trading weeklies on this, you would have made an absolute killing. So if you have any questions, by all means, hit me up. I'm at info@jlewistrading.com. If you want to find out how we're getting in front of these trades and how we are manipulating the options information that we're getting, please email me directly, info@jlewistrading.com. Also feel free to join our chat room and jump on board. And if you're members and you're watching this, a lot of the stuff that we're talking about today, you experienced firsthand today. So here is a review for you as well. But that's what we were trading. We did some Roku, we did Apple, Didn't do Facebook, but we were executing the same strategy with the options and the price patterns, and that's essentially what it is today. So again, if you have any questions, I'm at info@jlewistrading.com. Thanks for watching.